I've been teaching and practicing yoga, mindfulness, meditation practices for close to 50 years now. And this practice, Blissful Warrior, is sort of a curated combination of all of the different practices that I've done over my many years and that I'm doing now consistently every day. So welcome. Grab some water. If it's your first time joining me, you know that you don't know, but of course if you joined me for a while, you do know that I'm very big on drinking a lot of water. You know, the things that we do to develop this radical resilience are really quite simple. It's just a matter of reminding ourselves to do it, having somebody to remind you, having somebody to be accountable to. Joining me in this practice sort of makes me your accountability partner, and you mine. So grab some water. We're going to start drinking more water, and noticing the pleasure of it. So let's start by doing just that. I do drink a lot of water. You know, if you're just starting to develop a practice in drinking water, don't force yourself, right? There's no contest here. Just drink as much as you want right now. Let that soothing feeling of the water going down your throat, really enjoy it, and then stop. I'll remind you more. Now we're going to do a yoga sit-up. If you have no back issues at all, join me in this sit-up. And if you do, please simply roll over onto your right side and push yourself up into a seated position. Inhale your arms overhead. Pull from your fingers, pull from your toes. Lengthen your body right in the middle, right at your thoracic spine, at your waistline. Can you feel the length? Now pulling from the fingers, switch so that the heels are flexing forward and the toes are pointing towards your face. Hold your breath and sit up. Reach for the ceiling. Grab for your big toes, looking at the wall in front of you. Bend your elbows, double jerk. Shh, double exhale. And now hang, chin to throat, forehead to knees. Elbow tips bending beside your calf muscles. Tuck your chin more and more. Allow your body to open. Settling your nervous system. Aligning your spine. All right, now let's do some forward bending. So turning around, facing front. Your right leg is out 45 degrees to the side. The sole of your left foot is tucked up against your inner right thigh. Now, if bending the knee ever causes you any pain, remember it is not a practice of being a blissful warrior and radical resiliency to cause yourself pain. You want to be gentle with yourself as you allow yourself to open. So if bending the knee causes pain, simply keep your legs straight out ahead of you. All right. Sit back into your hips by just leaning back into them for a moment. Keep your palms on your knees. Your right leg is out to the side 45 degrees. Flex your right heel. Flex your toes towards your face. Turn your right knee in a little bit. Not so much your foot, just your knee. And let's get everything lined up. Lean into your hips as you inhale your arms. Overhead and clasp. All 10 fingers and pull. Lean back into your hips. And as you lock your arms and pull, you're going to feel this stretch in your waist, knowing that you're engaging your middle spine and really whittling your waistline. Turn your body towards your outstretched right leg. Lean back a little, and let's throw this net of fingers over the ball of your right foot on the ball of the foot. Then you go ahead and do that. Hang your head, forehead to knee. Bend your elbow tips down by your calf muscle. Settle on both hips by wiggling a little. Feel like you're growing a big turtle shell on your back, really rounding up. Tucking more and breathing. And now changing out of this pose, bring this net of fingers up overhead again. Turn towards the center and stretch. Lift Elongate from the middle. Lean into your hips so you have this nice grounding element of the hips as you lift up. And now alternate the legs. So now it's the left leg that's out 45 degrees and the sole of the right foot that's either tucked up against the inner left thigh or straight out ahead of you. I'm going to take a moment to scoot back into frame. Now inhale and stretch. Locking your arms, leaning back into your hips allows you to feel this stretch at your waistline, at your thoracic spine. Lean into your hips as you stretch. Flex the left heel forward, the left toes towards your face. Turn towards your outstretched left leg. Lean back a little. And as you exhale your breath, throw the net over the ball of your left foot. Tuck your chin and drop your forehead to your knee. Let your elbows bend so your shoulders begin to slump a little bit. Keep your eyes open. Keep your breath moving. Feel that rounded shell, that rounded turtle shell on your back that you're sort of trying to get yourself into. Tucking your chin more. Dropping your forehead more. And then changing up out of the pose. Come back up to center. And now bring both legs straight out ahead of you. Flexing the heels. Flexing the toes. Rotate the knees inward. Lock down on your thighs. Lift. Lean a little bit into your hips. And lift. Stretch. Feel the satisfaction of this. Then separate your hands so your palms face each other. Lean back a little bit more. And as you exhale, come forward. Take your first two fingers and hook them between your first two toes. Now don't hang your head. Look directly in front of you, but remember to look out of the tops of your eyes as you hold your big toes with your first two fingers and walk your hips backwards. So really getting a chance to ground those hips. Looking forward. As you inhale, lift your chest. Pull your collarbones wide, drop your chin. And as you exhale, flatten the backs of your knees to the mat. You can pull forward from your heels. You can rotate your knees inward and up towards the ceiling. You can round your pinky toes towards your face. All of these things will help you to relax your knees till your legs are straight. And if your legs aren't straight today, well, then that's where you are today. Find the pleasure of where you are right now. To keep me grounded. And what do I mean by radical resilience? You know, we think about resilience as this ability to take a punch and stand back up again, right? To just keep going no matter how much pounding happens to you. And maybe there's an aspect of that that is beneficial and sometimes needed. But when I say radical resilience, I'm talking about the ability to actually be present in this moment, no matter what the conditions are around you, and still be able to feel like yourself.